Ah, yes. Thanks to Rand Paul, once again, Pfizer is being sued thanks to major reveal. Okay? Who will sue over C word next? Who knows? Right? But it seems like it could happen to more and more companies. Couldn't it? Don't you think? This article is fairly popular, 1,000 likes. I mean, it could be bigger, but it's fairly popular. A lot of people are liking it. It's no secret that Americans were gaslit and lied to about C-word. This all began when Democrats and the medical establishment started rolling out tyrannical restrictions, all in the name of supposed health and safety. Some states, right, were so much worse than others. Oh man, if you were in a blue state, you couldn't go anywhere. And the people working in retail just lost their jobs left and right. It was really, really sad. From forcing Americans to shut down their businesses to implementing mask mandates and shelter-in-place orders, liberty in this country quickly ground to a halt. Eventually, vaccines were rushed out in a matter of months. From here, it didn't take long for the Democratic and medical establishments to quickly embrace mandates. Innocent Americans were threatened and coerced, or that they could lose their jobs or be denied service in certain communities if they didn't get the poke. What's more is that these vaccines were promoted as essential tools to stop the spread of C word and protect people from infection. But they didn't work. I mean, everyone seemed to get it, even if they got the vaccine. It seemed like it was a waste of time. Neither of these promises were fulfilled. In fact, Republican Senator Paul has been on the front lines exposing just how much the elites lied to everyday people about these vaccines. As a result of this important work, 5 different states across the country just brought a lawsuit against Pfizer. 5 states, that's huge. Understanding why Pfizer is being sued, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Utah, and Texas are holding Pfizer accountable for spreading falsehoods about the efficiency and safety of COVID vaccines. These states are seeking damages and penalties as a result of Pfizer using deceptive marketing techniques to promote these shots. The aforementioned states likewise maintain that Pfizer is intentionally concealing the COVID vaccination's ties to pregnancy complications, pericarditis, myocarditis, and even and sometimes getting undead. Getting, yeah, you see right there. That's terrible. That's terrible that they're hiding that. Robert F. Kennedy, who, I am not going to vote for, but still, seems like a good guy, says 5 states, Texas, Utah, Kansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, suing Pfizer for knowing and concealing the vaccine causes myocarditis, pericarditis, failed pregnancies, and deaths. That's 10% of U.S. states. The tide is turning. As Americans know all too well, Pfizer is one of several big pharma companies that rushed out COVID vaccines within months, saying they were safe and effective. There were no warnings issued for pregnant women or other groups. In fact, the medical community ran an intentional PR campaign that argued anyone who opposed taking the vaccine was falling victim to misinformation. Misinformation caused by government, right? Caused by them funding social media companies in the names of millions of dollars to ban people that were saying things they didn't like, right? Terrible stuff, terrible stuff. That was a huge, huge infringement on our First Amendment rights, and nobody really did anything about it. I mean, a few are speaking up now, but certainly not as much as should be. So, we were wronged by this. A lot of us took the vaccines, and now we don't know. Long term, there could be a lot more ailments that come around because of this. So, it's concerning. But you can read the rest of that article on randpaulreview.substack.com.